Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to give my take on this TR-3B light craft that appeared on August 29th at Pang Base, Oregon. This thing is very, very like sharp. When you think of a TR-3B, you think of a nice, straight sides. This thing's got some definition to it, some detail. Now there's a lot of speculation here that this is reverse engineering of a craft. Some other people say it's alien, that the white hats were talking with these ETs and they were doing it there. I'm leaning towards reverse engineering. Now this is the perfect way for them to have this disclosure. We always talked about them disclosing the TR-3B stuff. Corey Good has talked about that. Now the TR-3B stuff we've seen, like I said, it's smoother edges. This thing's got a lot of higher definition to it, jagged in edges, different spots on the outside. A little more, let's just say it'd be a conventional when you're going from like a F-35 or something. You can still kind of see a little bit of tail sections there towards the back that you would for a regular F-35 or something like that. So this is kind of a nice, more easier switch for the public. Now thinking about this is the perfect place to do something like this. Why? Because the Pang Base in Oregon is right by PDX Airport. This is actually where I landed when I went to Trout Lake to go see James Gilliland's ranch. The actual military base is right there by the airport. Well, think about that. How many people are going to see this thing? A lot. It's going to be a very public area. And you look at the photos as well of the base, it's all right there for people to see. So why would they start choosing a spot like this? Well, you want the TR-3B to become more public. They can't really do the regular TR-3B because people like you and I can sit there and say, well, they've had that since, at least the 80s. This way it's a new craft. Oh, we just built this thing. Technically, they're not lying. It's freaking brilliant, folks. Now, some people speculate that this is just a drone, such as like the XQ-58A. I don't think so. I think this is going to be disclosed as the TR-3B. Maybe not that name. They'll come up with some different name for it, of course, because you can't say TR-3B because we know about that. Again, could it be an advanced drone? We can't throw out that possibility as well. I don't think so. I think it's leaning more towards this advanced craft that they want to release for the public. Another viewer said it was also the F-45. We can see the F-45 here has distinct wings and tail sections on it, so you can't really mistake that for it. There's a lot of theories here, but amazing pictures nonetheless, and very, very interesting. Why do that so close to the airport? I think it's obvious. This is the start of disclosure. Hey, people saw some stuff being worked on over here. Alright, start rolling it out here, start making it more public. This is actually on the Express. We know they cover a lot of kooky stuff like this, but, this is public, folks. This was out in the open and photographed. Lots of people seen it. One of my viewers sent me this photograph here. This was taken back during the eclipse. Now, if we zoom in on this guy right here, it's very interesting. I think I know what this is, but I figured I'll just show it to you guys and let you guys kind of look at it and decide. Interesting object right here. Here's a zoomed up version of it. If it's a bug, that you'd see the distortion of it flying up and down. But it's not there. This other object down here is just a lens scratch. So nothing important there, but looking over there, I just believe that that's a bug. She shared this photo. I figured I'd share it with you guys because, we all got opinions. Why not just share them with each other and take a look at it? Very interesting nonetheless. I've never seen it's almost like really clear. Now before we wrap up, I want to give a little state of how disclosure is going. This unidentified, I've talked about this a lot on the show, To the Stars Academy, the official disclosure program, folks, being led by quote-unquote free thinkers, but they're not. They're controlled by the government, doing their thing. Tom DeLonge is a puppet of the government being used. The unidentified show that aired in the US, 6 episodes, is making its rounds throughout the world. So we got Latin America, Australia, Eastern EU, Russia, all airing coming up. So this is going to be a long disclosure. We got the app thing that's about set to be released about after these get wrapped up. Perfect timing. Get people on the app, collecting of data, if you will, and start putting some things together. Now I said that's probably going to take some time, and then that kind of leads to the material itself here, we got another tweet from Tom. This was back on August 30th. Exotic material in possession of To the Stars Academy has evidence of extreme heating. The material shows distortion and damage that appears to be caused by exposure to very high temperatures, but it did not burn. We have some very strategic plans to help turn the science of these pieces into advanced capabilities. The ding ding ding, that's key right there. This is all leading in to reverse engineering of the craft. And we already just seen the TR-3B that was presented to us, and they can kind of lock these two together. Waveguides, mass reduction, all new metamaterials, and many more potentials are within view of new studies, some of which are already happening, and more studies we are planning. Invest now. Crazy, crazy times we're living in, folks. We got to see how all these puzzle pieces are starting to come together right now. What is the future going to bring? How is the rest of it going to come together? You can almost kind of see the roadmap in your mind right now if you're thinking about this. First, we don't know what the craft is. We kind of know what they are. You know, they were always hinting that it was probably alien. And now they can start bringing in the metamaterials. TR-3B-like craft spotted by international airports. And voila! We have the technology. And then we can start bringing in us to Galactic. So stay tuned for more reports on Talk is Cheap.